to have you. Thank you for joining me. My name is Charity Chibeze, and I trust that you learned some tips from my page. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to always show up here for useful content. Today's segment we'll be talking about why some people lose momentum in whatever thing they are planning to do. There are different factors that can make one to lose momentum at different points in time, and if care is not taken, people lose track of what they have started, or even the promises they've made to people. Sometimes you see people saying things like, okay, between this time and this time I'll be posting this content, but after a while you discover that they don't keep up to the momentum, and you're wondering what happened to this person, what went wrong, and the likes of it. So I want to look at how we can stay consistent. And I'm saying this, I'm also looking at how this can apply to me and to every listener that is listening to me out there. I've noticed that the first part, or the first thing to consider in trying to stay productive, it's knowing your why. When you understand the reason why something is done, it's easier for you to give it your best, and then to know what to do at a particular time and what not to do. If you say, okay, this is what I want to achieve between this time, and you're motivated to do it within that particular time, there should be something that propels you to want to wake up every time, to go to your table and to sit down with that thing with the intention to execute just as you've proposed in your heart, or as you set that goal for yourself. So the first point I have here is to take note of your energy level. Make sure that you are doing things that can make you stay active and alert. When you're not conscious of this, sometimes you slip away with excuses. You discover that what you plan to do, you see yourself not doing it because you don't have the right momentum, or you've not set the right energy for yourself. Let me take, for instance, as a designer, I can say, okay, I have this project to work on. Let me say I want to work on a website, and I know that I've told my clients that in the next 3 to 4 months I'll get this thing ready. Now, if I'm not careful to understand how I manage my energy and my time, I'll discover that I may promise, but I may not be able to deliver. I will see myself trying to do other things that are not adding up as a compound effect, rather, to whatever thing I've set out to achieve for that web design project. Now, in order to reverse it, to be able to get to my goal, I should say, okay, today this is what I want to achieve with this particular project I'm working on. Tomorrow, this is how I want to go about it, and the next day, this is how I want to go about it. Because if you don't do this, you will see yourself losing the momentum or the energy that you once promised yourself that you put in to be able to deliver on that project in the next 3 weeks. I could remember working on a UI UX design project for a client, and one of the things I promised was within the space of 8 weeks, this is the progression that will make for both the mobile and the web application design. And I was able to accomplish that because on my own end, I tried to ensure that I work with a structured timetable, I work with a structured timeline, and I ensure that, okay, this is the time I'm supposed to do this. The energy that I want to have to be able to sit up to do that is there. I don't want to exhaust the energy doing something else, and when it's time for that, I discover that, oh, this is the time I now want to sleep, and the energy is no more there. Okay, so in this new year, I knew that a lot of things might be running through our mind. Okay, we've set the goals and all of that. We have to pay attention to how far you want to go, why you want to achieve this goal, and the reason why you set that goal, because that in itself will help you to prioritize some of the things you want to do at a particular time, and how to maximize that energy level you prepared for that time you want to invest in that project, and the project on its own in entirety. Okay, so that is the first point I have to talk about here. So alright, so I've spoken about the energy level, which is very important, and the next part I have to talk about here is execution versus discipline. It's possible to say, okay, I have this to execute, but the discipline is not there. So just saying that you'll be executing something does not equate to doing it. So you need to pay attention to being disciplined enough to say, okay, I've set this goal, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to do it, and this is how it will be done. And when you do this, you'll be able to block time for things. And blocking time simply means, okay, within this particular time, I'm not going to do what I've said I will not do. If I'm supposed to off my phone to focus effectively, I'm going to do that and make sure that I do it just as I've said I'm going to do it. So discipline is very important, and with enough discipline, execution is assured. But when the discipline is not there, you discover that you're just making promises and you're failing to fulfill the promises you made to yourself, which is not good. Because the more you keep doing it, your brain tends to accept that yes, this person will say it, but I know she's not going to execute. But when you are very intentional, you get to that point where you discipline yourself effectively to carry out that which you promise yourself that you're going to do at a particular time. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about is planning. Planning is critical, especially when you are very determined to achieve something. Now, it's possible to journal, it's possible to outline some of the things you want to do, but if there is no effective planning, you may not be able to create the time for it. And like it is said that whatever thing we prioritize, we create time for it. So if you're saying that, okay, I want to do this at a particular time and I'm not creating the time I'm lying to myself rather. So you need to plan effectively, just as you've journaled and say, okay, this is what I want to do. You need to be disciplined enough to say, okay, this is the time I want to do this thing, and then make sure that this thing is done at that particular time. I don't want to be referring to only designers because I'm a product designer, but I know this thing is applicable to, these tips I'm talking about is applicable to everyone and in every field. So if you really want to stay on top of your game and be able to do all the things you told yourself that you're going to do this 2026, it's very possible. I've heard someone say things like July of a particular year that she was able to achieve all the goals that she set for herself for that year, and it's very possible. You can even see yourself achieving all the goals and you're asking yourself, what more can I do? And that is when you intentionally stay consistent with all things you set out to do for yourself. So remember, I mentioned understanding your energy level is important, understanding that execution is not just mere words, it takes discipline, and then also understanding the fact that journaling can help, and also planning can also go a very long way to help you. I just want to talk about 2 more points and we'll call it a day. I want to talk about accountability. It's good to have someone you're accountable to. I'm a big fan of having like a close circle that you can share your goals with, or people that you can say, okay, this is what I want to do within this time frame, and you're trusting that these people can look out for you and hold you by the hands and say, okay, have you done this, have you not done that? Okay, so make sure you have those people in your circle that when you're working on something that you feel that you need to get someone involved, you just give them like a snippet and say, okay, this is what I'm doing within this time. And I will want you to ask me questions around it. How am I doing it? What have you done? And where are you currently? And with that, you can see yourself achieving much more than what you want to do. So accountability is very key, especially when you set out to achieve that goal you set for yourself. And accountability can come from anybody. It can come from your sibling, it can come from your spouse, it can come from your friends, it can come from people you call your success partner, and all of that. So just make sure you're not alone in those ways, because one person can go a long way, but 2 people can go much more faster and farther. So look for your team and look for those people that can help you scale to become all that you want to be and help you to thrive even much better. Okay, so I know that I've spoken about energy level, I've spoken about discipline and execution. Another thing I want to talk about here is tips on how to get this done. Number 1 is to learn how to journal. When you're good with journaling, like, okay, telling yourself today, this is what I plan to do, and you're very intentional about making sure that these things you've listed out, you've itemized it, and you want to follow it effectively, discover that you're also disciplined enough to say, okay, this is the first agenda, I've actually executed it, so what's the next agenda? And with time you see yourself clearing everything you have on your list for the day. So you can get a journal that you can call your to-do list journal, and that in itself can help you to achieve that goal you set. So at this point, I want to talk about the God factor. I know most people might say this may not really be crucial or important, but I feel that it's very important, especially for everyone in every field, especially for creatives. You need prayers, you need God to guide you part time, you need the help of the Holy Spirit to help you to stay disciplined, because sometimes you can say you want to achieve a lot of things and you just discover that you're not seeing yourself doing that, and sometimes you might even be so sad that you are not achieving this goal, or you discover that inwardly the energy is not there. There's what we call inner drive. In education they call it intrinsic motivation. Okay, that is beyond just the external motivations you see. You're telling yourself, oh, I'll do this and all of that. Prayer can help to quicken you, to put that desired strength in you to say, okay, I've set this out for myself and I want to go beyond just saying it and jumping out to execute it. And when you walk with the strength of God and the strength of the Holy Spirit, I believe there is no limit to what He can do with each and every one of us. And I want to see us win this year 2026, and I want to see you win. So let's go do it again. And lastly, even when you don't feel like it, please show up, and show up correctly. Even when you don't feel like it. What I mean by show up correctly, it could be maybe when you want to make that post, don't just post because every other person is posting. Post valuable things. Okay, it may not be so lengthy, but just do the little you can at that particular time. And even when you want to show up to work, or you want to show up to go and do that your project, just start. When you start, the energy will be there for you to do much more and even do much better compared to how you started. Let me take for instance, today I decided to work on a course I'm actually learning on a program right now, and I didn't feel like standing up to go to my laptop and study, but somehow within me I just felt like, just get up, don't stay on the bed, go to your study table. And when I got there, I was so amazed at how much I could achieve within the hours I set for myself. And it's because I stood up. It's because I tried to show up even when the motivation was not exactly there. And I showed up correctly. What was the correctly there? By sitting on my table and making sure that I'm not sitting in a place where I'm too comfortable to learn. But rather, I had to sit in a place where everything gives me the opportunity to focus on what I'm supposed to do and not be so relaxed about it and not give it the best. So I came up with my paper, I came up with my jotter, I came up with my pen, and I came up with my system, and I'm here listening to my instructor teach me accordingly. And the truth is that I achieved a lot for myself today because I decided to show up even when I did not feel like doing it. So it's just all about being intentional, being able to know why you're doing what you're doing, and setting that goal little by little for yourself. And with time, it will become a compound result, such that you're looking back and you're saying, okay, yeah, I got it. I've achieved this goal from what I have written out in my journal, and this is a big one for me, and I'm asking myself, what's the next step? Okay, so this is just an encouragement for you not to sleep on that dream, sleep on that goal, sleep on that idea that you have. Just set out and achieve much more. Till I come your way again, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for more people to see what we have here. My name is Charity Chibeze, and I look forward to sharing more valuable content with you. Please stay tuned, and thanks for being part of this